Hey, what's up, champions? How you doing? Gediminas here. Welcome along. All right, so we're on day 3 of GoPro Recruiting Mastery 2018. Super pumped, super excited. A lot of exciting learning over the last couple of days. Today's the final day. We'll be cracking on the whole day. Very, very excited. Like so far, we've learned so much. The stuff that we've been going through, I think, is going to help us so much to grow our business and help you guys to teach you what we've learned here. And actually, I'm doing a special webinar this Sunday where I'm going to be sharing my top things that we've learned over the 3 days here in Las Vegas. So if you'd like to register for that free webinar, it's titaniumsuccess.co.uk/webinar. So if you register for that this Sunday at 8 p.m. UK time, I will do a special webinar where I will tell you basically the top things that I've learned from the GoPro Recruiting Mastery 2018. We had Magic Johnson, ex-basketball player who's now a multi-millionaire business person. Today we're going to have John Maxwell, #1 authority in leadership around the world. We had yesterday a guy who earned over $100 million in network marketing commissions over the last 30 years in his career in network marketing. And we had over 40 other people who make over $1 million a year in network marketing do some training, tell us their tips and secrets. So I'm going to be going through all of that this Sunday at 8 p.m. UK time. If you want to register for that free webinar, just go to titaniumsuccess.co.uk/webinar, right? And then you'll get a link to attend that webinar on Sunday. I'm just going to be sharing everything that made the biggest impact on me. I think it's gold. A lot of that stuff is going to definitely help us to grow our business and to help our team members to expand the business as well. So we're super, super excited. But today I wanted to share with you 4 steps to telling your story, because your story is so powerful and so important in business that actually every time before you start the presentation, every time before you start the training, every time before you start the freeway call, you should tell people your story, right? Because that's what people will be able to relate and they want to know your story. Hey Neringa, hey Yolita, hey Nen, hey Chico, hey Kevin, hey Annie, hey Solus, everybody. Guys, thanks for tuning in today. Okay, by the way, if you're watching a replay of this, please do me a massive favor and stick hashtag replay into the comments. And if you're watching one of my videos for the first time, do say new in the comments because I like to say hi. I like to connect with all the new people who watch my videos. Okay, so your story, 4 steps to your story. First step, your background. So what did you do before you got into network marketing, before you started your home-based business? So what's your background? Maybe you were a nurse, maybe you were a teacher, maybe you worked in a factory, maybe you were a lawyer, doctor, or whatever, right? So share, first of all, what did you do before you started in network marketing? That's 1. Number 2 is what you didn't like about that situation, right? So maybe you were not being paid enough. Maybe you had to leave your kids and you wanted to spend more time with your kids. Maybe you had to fight through traffic every single morning and every single evening. Maybe, you had a horrible boss. Maybe you were doing something that you didn't feel passionate about. So what did you not like about what you did before you came into network marketing? Number 3 is how you found the solution, right? So how did you come across network marketing? Maybe your cousin told you about the business. Maybe you found an ad in a newspaper. Maybe somebody on Facebook prospected you. Maybe you tried a product and you loved the product so much that you decided to join the business. Whatever it is, how did you come across that solution? How did you come across network marketing and how it started solving your problem, how it started solving, the fact that you were not happy about your, previous life, etc. And then number 4 is how you feel about the future or your results so far, right? So my story, for example, goes like this. My name is Gediminas. I'm from Lithuania. I came to UK about 13 years ago to study psychology. I graduated from University of Bedfordshire. And while I was studying psychology, I used to work as a security officer, in nightclubs, in pubs, in banks, etc. And I used to earn about £1,500 a month as a security guard. Then I finished university, graduated, got my diploma, and got a job in a school working with autistic children. And I started earning £950 a month. So instead of earning £1,500 a month as a security guard, I started earning £950 a month as a psychologist, right? So I took a 50% decrease in pay after finishing university. Now, of course, that shocked me. I couldn't believe that I could spend 4 years in university and start earning less than I was earning before. And that's why I started looking for something better, right? And they say, when you look, you find, right? Not soon after that, my wife comes home with a DVD and she says, you have to see this DVD. And of course, that DVD was a business opportunity presentation for a network marketing company. And straight away when I saw it, I fell in love with the concept of network marketing, that you could start your own business without any investment, without any experience, without any prior knowledge, and you could build your own business from home to where it can pay you hundreds and thousands and tens of thousands of pounds every single month in passive residual income without you even leaving your house. So this way I could spend more time with my children and my wife. I could do things that I actually enjoy doing. I could travel the world. I could do all of that and not fight in traffic every single morning, etc. So that's why we got started. We started building our business bit by bit. And, fast forward 8 years from then, we've built a team of over 2,500 people. Thanks to this business, we traveled to Cyprus, Mallorca, Indonesia, Dubai, Kenya, Uganda, Tanzania, Greece, Germany, Poland. We've got a trip to America. We visited actually America twice now, thanks to this business, Los Angeles and Las Vegas. So we're super, super excited. And we've got a car from the company as a bonus, for doing our job, and most importantly, it allowed us to work together, spend more time with kids, etc. Right? So that's my story, right? So what did I do before? I was, a psychologist. I finished university. What did I not like about it? I was not being paid enough. I was not earning enough money in my job. Number 3, how I discovered network marketing. My wife came over, introduced me to the business, etc. And then number 3, how I feel about my future, or the results so far. This is what I've achieved so far, etc. Right? So that's your story, right? And if you just got started and you haven't achieved much yet, right? If you haven't traveled the world and got, prizes and bonuses, etc. from the company, then you share, because I was at the beginning also, I didn't have anything, I haven't achieved anything. So then I would share my vision for the future, how I feel about the future. So I tell, hey, but I'm now super excited because I have a track to run on. I can see where my business is going. I can see where my life is going. I'm building my financial freedom. I'm building my passive income that one day will allow me to retire, etc. Right? So that's your story. And again, a lot of you, if I asked you, what do you think is the most important part of your story, you'd probably say, well, it's the results, of course. It's how many cars you received and how much money you made and how many holidays you received from the company, etc. And reality is, that's not true. That's not the most important part, because to be honest with you, other people don't care about how much money you made or how many Mercedeses you received and how many holidays you got, because it doesn't really relate to them. They didn't get anything from that. So good for you, but they don't really care about it. The most important part of your story is number 2, which is your pain. What did you not like about your previous life or about your previous job? So in my story, I tell about not being paid enough. And guess what? Do you think there's any other people who don't get paid enough in their jobs? Pretty much everybody, right? Or maybe, you could share about not being able to spend enough time with your kids. Do you think other parents could relate to that? Maybe you could share about having to fight in traffic every single morning and every evening. Do you think some people could relate to that? Absolutely. That's where people will relate to you, with your pain, right? Because that's what they're experiencing too. So in their head, if you use this business to solve that problem, which they also have, then if they join your team and if they join your business, then they might be able to solve the same problem by using your business. You understand where I'm going with this? So that's why your story is super powerful. It's super important. You should always tell your story to people, because that's where people will be able to relate. That's how you will be able to connect with people. And then, once they heard your story, then they might be interested in seeing our business opportunity presentation, or then they might be interested in taking a look at your products, etc. Right? So that's really the training for today, about story, about how you should develop your story. I hope you got some value from this training. If you did, feel free to share it with other people. And like I said, we've got one more day of training, so I'm sure we're going to get a lot of gold today as well. And on Sunday this week, I'm going to be doing a summary of what we've learned here at the GoPro in Las Vegas. So if you'd like to be on that training, it's limited to 100 places only, right? So you need to go ahead and register yourself at titaniumsuccess.co.uk/webinar. And then you'll get a link to attend that training. I will be sharing everything that I've learned at the GoPro here over those 3 days. It's been insane, like 10,000 people here, amazing speakers, amazing trainers. The energy here is just unbelievable. The whole, garden arena in MGM shakes, with people, with the energy, etc. Absolutely incredible, so we've got a whole day of training today, and then tomorrow we'll be heading back to London. So yeah, awesome. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for your support. Have a great rest of your day, guys, and I'll see you at the top. Bye for now.